Cryptocurrency is slowly introduced rebate system.
They've combined this currency with the education to teach people to open their own stores, accept the coin as well, along with all the major retailers. So they've developed this ecosystem to keep people there utilizing the coin.
The coin's success relies on mass buy-in. France realizes that for this to happen, he needs to forsake some of his libertarian leanings.
I believe that some sort of centralization, some form of regulations will benefit the actual overall digital currency industry.
In the long term, the problem that might arise in a scenario where online storefronts only accept cryptocurrency is monopolization, where the store is the bank, is the user's online wallet and exchange.
Are we simply exchanging one set of intermediaries with another?
All cryptocurrencies are trying to become more consumer-centric. A central characteristic of technological development, however, is its unpredictability.
There's a development of blockchain technology which is something quite apart from the cryptocurrency aspect. And I think that is what is going to have more staying power in the long run.
The potential of this digital innovation was embraced by Joshua Ndolo, a Kenyan national who came to the University of Windsor on an athletics scholarship to study economics.
There was no easy way of transferring money to and from Africa. So I said, why not just try and build an app by myself with my friends? And that led to Amani.
Clients have jumped at the chance of doing cheap blockchain-supported transactions on their platform. Ndolo acknowledges that cryptocurrencies are currently a speculative and dangerous trend.
Because if you have so many people buying into this trend, buying into this craze, you inflate the price, and that could lead to a lot of misfortune. For someone in the Western world who's lived in an environment where the financial system actually works and is functional, but not see the necessity for a new way of doing finance.
It might very well be a marginalized economy that paves the way towards global adoption of cryptocurrencies.
So I think you'll have a lot of countries that have been left back due to their access to financial instruments. It could be a mass movement. It could be an economy that adopts it and does really well, and others look up to it and say, well, they're doing really well over there. Why don't we adopt it over here so that we can keep up or learn from them?
Kanyef is concerned about the absence of consumer protections. If a vendor refuses to reverse a transaction,
I can call my credit card company, they can reverse the transaction, they can help protect my interests. If I'm buying something with cryptocurrency, I'm essentially sending cash in the mail. And I don't necessarily know who I'm doing business with.
But to Ndolo, that's exactly the purpose of peer-to-peer self-regulation.
So anybody who's unethical, anybody who's immoral performing transactions will all be able to spot you and maybe stop doing business with you. Until now, the banks had been doing that. They would check who was fraudulent, they would check all this stuff, but now they don't need to. We can do it for ourselves.
The anonymity and absence of a central regulator are what make investing and using cryptocurrency attractive. It's not impossible that this libertarian utopia can come crashing down in the wink of an eye.
If this becomes more widespread, and if this looks like that it's going to be a vehicle for tax evasion or excessive tax avoidance, then governments will become involved.
The nature of the internet and blockchain is open source and self-regulated, instantaneously evolving sharing platforms. Their very existence is completely dependent on an inclusive and active participatory user community. Out of these reciprocal interactions, a consensus is reached on the value of cryptocurrency. Despite looming legislation and extreme fluctuations in the value of cryptocurrency, there is money to be made, whether mining, trading, or buying shares in cryptocurrency businesses.
Kyle Rose hit the runway to bring us a behind-the-scenes look at St. Clair College's fashion show finale of the year. Take a look.
You think you have what it takes to be a fashion designer or be in fashion? Maybe you want to be a model. Well, here at St. Clair College, we have all the opportunities for you, and they're having a show on April 26th, but the tryouts are here at the Ford Center at St. Clair College main campus. The end-of-year fashion show is always a big shebang. Coordinator Dee Shrelly understands the importance of prepping models and ironing out the final details.
What we have is we have our fashion show coming up, end of the year fashion show, which is on Thursday, April 26th. So what we're doing here is we're prepping models. So we did a call out, a tryout. So we had a bunch of models come in and we had them basically try out for the show. So we had them do a quick little runway walk to see, if they sort of meet the criteria we're looking for. Then we took their measurements, all their contact information, and we also snapped their photo. We have a model book, so we put all the models in that model book. And then the students go through it, and they're all looking for different models of different sizes and different looks. They select the model that suits their collection, and then they contact them.
There was a lot of diverse looks, a lot of different sizes. Some people actually came in like real casting clothing. I thought it was pretty cool. Like some of the girls came in like black skinny jeans and black tank top. So I thought it was pretty cool. Some people had the actual knowledge, like what a real casting could be like. So
the modeling was open to anybody with or without modeling experience. So we do get a lot of models who have experience already, but we also get some newcomers as well. And if we think we can work with them, then we do a little bit of a training workshop with them and sort of get them where they need to be. The show is Thursday, April 26th. Doors are at 7, show starts at 8. The tickets are $25. It's at the Student Life Center here at the college. Tickets can be purchased here in our Fashion Design Lab in the Ford building, or they can be purchased on eventbrite.com.
This event was not just for models, but for fashion design students themselves who got the opportunity to make clothing and design their unique wardrobes. For MediaPlex News Now, I'm Kyle Rose.
A recent winner of BizX Magazine's 40 Leaders Under 40 Award came to the studio to talk with Grace Bauer about her role in the community. Check it out in this edition of 3 Minutes With.
Hello, my name is Grace Bauer, and this is 3 Minutes with Yvonne Pilon. Yvonne is the CEO and Director of WeTech Alliance in Windsor. Thank you for coming on the show today. Can you tell us a little bit about your business, what you guys do?
So WeTech is one of 18 regional innovation centers in the province of Ontario, and to make it short and sweet, we do 3 things. Our primary bread and butter is to accelerate technology and innovation-based companies. Number 2 is to help build that tech talent, so to help other companies grow. And number 3 is just to be advocates and promote technology innovation in Windsor, Essex, and Chatham-Kent.
Awesome. And you guys do different events as well. Can you tell us a little bit about any upcoming events or projects?
Yeah, so a big thing coming up is the first robotics championships happening at the end of the month in Detroit, and we have a lot of other great events. Nerd Olympics 3 is coming up. We'll be hosting our 2nd annual Tech Week in October, so we're gearing up for a really exciting couple next quarters.
Awesome. And you do also, you're a big YQG advocate as well. Can you tell us a little bit about how you've promoted YQG, any events that you've been involved in as well?
I think for me it all stemmed from seeing all my friends leave the city. So I've been an advocate for youth retention, trying to get people connected and build roots locally. And a lot of that is just there's a miscommunication. Not everyone knows all the great things happening in Windsor, Essex. So I've used social media to leverage and to promote all these great things, again, to kind of change that or do that Windsor 180 to get more people to say, hey, why not Windsor, Essex?
Exactly. You're also an advocate for women in business and women in leadership roles. How have you advocated that?
By just kind of leveraging and piggybacking on some great initiatives. One is called Move the Dial. It's trying to get more women into tech. Believe it or not, only 5% of Canadian tech companies have a female founder. Only 8% have a female on their board of directors, and 13% their executive team. So there's lots of work to be done. And we have a huge skills gap in terms of the tech world, and I think women can play a really big role in filling that.
And finally, there have been some rumors that you may be running for a local office. Are those true? What are your thoughts on that?
So we'll just say that's a rumor. A lot of people, obviously, optically, it seems politics is the next step. Doesn't mean it is. I love, I've got a great opportunity with WeTech, and I want to see that through. But the goal for me is just to get more young people and more diversity, more females involved in politics, whether it's myself, but again, I want to be that beacon to say we need more women and more diversity in age, culture, gender, whatever it may be in politics at all levels.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. This has been 3 Minutes with Yvonne Pilon.
We are past the halfway point in April, but you wouldn't have guessed it by looking outside today. And there is still more snow to come. Let's take a look at our weekly weather forecast. Tomorrow it will be rainy with a high of 6. Thursday there is a chance of more rain and flurries with a high of 5. On Friday, we will see a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 6, and spring weather may return as we head into the weekend and next week with nothing but sunny skies and climbing temperatures. The Windsor International Film Festival brings international films to Windsor. However, the University of Windsor Film Festival gives Windsorites a chance each year to see local talent showcased. Here's March Wren with more.
Although it is spring now and the cold and rain of yesterday did not give Windsor any spring feeling, but the Crystal Theatre last night, the young filmmaker from the University of Windsor used their work to give the audience a spring feeling from their energy and passion.
11 films, 22 awards, the 41st University of Windsor Film Festival opened the door for people who love films. Drama, comedy, action, thriller, and documentary. All the works directed by communication, media, and film program students from 1st to the 4th year at the University of Windsor. After loads of lost sleep and hundreds of hours of work, students can finally show off the best work to community. Film festival organizer Jima Kumio also is a film student from University of Windsor.
The film festival is so important to the University of Windsor because it shows off the talent of its students. It allows the students to show off their work and show off what the University of Windsor has to offer. We actually have really great equipment and talent, and it's just nice to present it for Windsor.
Alan Hale is one of the graduating students from Communication, Media, and Film program. This is his last film festival, and he presented at least 4 of his work to the audience.
I think it's really, really cool that we're able to get this big auditorium and show these people have been working on for possibly their this entire year. These people put their blood, sweat, and tears into these pieces of work, and now they're finally able to show these things off.
He also showed a film called Still that he had done by himself, from conception to shooting to editing.
It's just a really big deal to me because it was really showcasing something that was truly mine, and it was just a very surreal experience, just being able to watch something that you spent so much time and so much energy and a lot of times quite a bit of money, and you're finally able to see it in front of an audience and just see their reaction.
The University of Windsor will hold a film festival next year to present more student work and show their capability.
Xander Kelly sat down with a member of the Rotary Club of Windsor to talk about what they do in the community and a special event coming up soon. Find out more in this edition of 3 Minutes With.
Hi, welcome to 3 Minutes With. My name is Xander Kelly. I'm here in the studio with Maureen Lucas, the chair of the Centennial Committee for Rotary 1918. Thank you for being in the studio, Maureen.
My pleasure.
Now, for those in the audience who live in Windsor and don't know, tell us a little bit about Rotary 1918.
Well, Rotary is one of millions of service clubs around the world, and our goal is to do good both in our communities, locally, and all over the world. So our club, 1918, was started in 1918, so we're celebrating our centennial 100th party.
Which leads right into my next question, the Centennial Committee. What do you guys have planned for your 100th anniversary?
So we have a lot of things planned, a lot of projects, a lot of events. We've got a gala, we had a kickoff luncheon, but I think what we're really proud of is some of the projects that we're doing. We finished off the hub out in Essex County, so that's going to make life better in the county for people walking and riding their bikes. And our big project is here downtown, the Rotary Centennial Plaza, and it's right down at the water, and we're really excited because it's this close to being done.
And you're leading right into my next question. Tell us about the design of this plaza.
Well, there's been a lot of work. It's a partnership with the City of Windsor and our Rotary Club. A lot of supporters like NWIN, but all of these people came together to make something that both our club would be proud of, but also that the City of Windsor will be very proud of. People are going to come from all over, tourists, and even community downtown, and they're going to find a beautiful plaza with wonderful features and lots of places to sit and relax, sit on a swing, have lunch at a picnic bench. It's all going to be in the Rotary Centennial Plaza.
Early on, right when it was announced, I heard some concerns about parking because you're kind of putting it right on top of a parking lot, or what was a parking lot. Are there any real concerns regarding parking in the future, or projects like the carnival that comes around every year? Any real concerns there?
I don't think it took up that much parking, and what it will give back, the walking area. So once people get downtown, there's lots of different places to park, and once you're there, what was really missing was a place to sit and relax, beautiful green space, and some place to sit and enjoy the view of the river. So that's what we're offering instead of parking.
Now, we've had a very weird weather the last month or two. Is that impacting our progress? Are we still going to be on that deadline?
Everybody's trying to make that deadline work. There's a lot of things. We have a big event planned for the grand opening, May 12th, and so we're hoping everything comes together. I know that the city is working really hard to have the completion date on time. We all want this to be a win-win for May 12th.
All right, tell us a little bit more about other partnerships you have going right now.
Well, I mean, that's what Rotary does, is we build partnerships through the community. So through the years, we've done things with the John McGivney Center, we've done things with Maryvale, the Children's Safety Village. There's so many partners that we have, but specifically for the Centennial, I mean, the mold makers have come out and said they're going to be doing some metal work. Enwin is going to be supplying the lighting. There's so many people that have purchased picnic tables and picnic benches and swings. So really, it's about the community and a large number of people in the community all making it happen.
All right, and I think that pretty much wraps up our time for today. Thank you for being in the studio, Maureen Lucas. This has been 3 Minutes With. And what's that opening date again? May
12th. We hope the community will come on out and join us because it's going to be a wonderful day.
May 12th. Be there. Thank you for joining us for 3 Minutes With.
Thanks, Sandra.
Windsor took part in a special prom event that takes place every year across Canada and the U.S., started by Tim Tebow. Grace Bauer was there to bring us the story.
People with developmental disorders gathered at Western Secondary School to partake in prom. But for many, it was their first time attending one. Night to Shine is an event put on by the Tim Tebow Foundation. Tim Tebow, current professional baseball outfielder under the New York Mets organization, has a heart for people with disabilities. He started the Tim Tebow Foundation in 2010 to bring faith, hope, and love to those needing a brighter day in their hour of need. Through the Tim Tebow Foundation, he began what is called Night to Shine. Night to Shine is held across the U.S., with only 2 being hosted in Canada. The event is usually put on by local churches. Windsor's Night to Shine was hosted by the Gathering Church Windsor. Patty Leno is the pastor's wife and was one of the main coordinators of the event.
The purpose of the event is to show God's love to people with special needs so that they know that God loves them and their community loves them and our volunteers love them, and we really want them to shine and have just an amazing evening. And I think that's happened tonight. There's so many smiles. People are really happy and enjoying themselves.
Attendees were treated to dinner, dancing, karaoke, and began the night by walking down a red carpet. Wayne Matthews attended the event.
I've been at prom. I was at prom a long time in Simcoe High School, but I've never been prom like this before.
This was Windsor's second annual Night to Shine, and Leno said she hopes there will be many more to come. MediaPlex News, I'm Grace Bauer.
The weather is not great for running outside, but that isn't stopping people from staying fit. Kylie Turner reports on Fit Fest in Windsor.
Although it's spring, it seems like it's more winter with all the snow on the ground, rain and sleet and hail. So that's given me more time to work on my summer body. And that's why I went to the Windsor Fit Fest this past weekend. The Windsor Fit Fest is a new health, wellness, and fitness festival which held its first event at the Serbian Center. The event was founded by Amanda Garrett, who is known locally for her fitness journey and losing 150 pounds naturally.
I started writing a blog about my adventures in weight loss, and it got picked up by an editor from Women's World magazine, and they did a story on me. That story kind of thrust me into our local spotlight, in a way that I hadn't really anticipated. I certainly did not lose weight for any of the accolades, but with being given the spotlight, with being given the chance to influence and motivate people, it put me on a platform.
Garrett was inspired to create the event because she wanted to help give back. A guest speaker at the event was Rob Fletcher. He is the creator of America's Next Great Trainer and had an important announcement at the event.
2 amazing people, Amanda Garant and Claudia, brought me here. They told me what they're doing, and it's awesome, promoting health, fitness, and wellness, so I'm all about that. And also, they're launching, or we are launching now, Canada's Next Great Trainer, so it's pretty exciting.
Garrett said there will be another Fit Fest in the future. For more information, visit windsorfitfest.com. I'm Kylie Turner for MediaPlex News Now.
Pet value stores and animal rescue organizations collaborated to find a home for some furry friends. Christina Chibani has the details on this event.
Are you looking to adopt a dog or a cat? This past weekend, For the Love of Paws hosted their Whiskers in the Wild West event. This gives animal lovers a chance to adopt in the store. The 3-day event took place at Pet Value St. Clair Beach and Pet Value Westminster, where animal rescue groups and volunteers set up educational booths and fun activities to raise awareness about the importance of adopting animals. Nicole St. Tonge from Candid Canine Treats for Dogs said the event is to support various animal organizations.
And the various pet values, the Pet Value Westminster, which is this location, Pet Value Riverside, and Pet Value St. Clair Beach have had vendors, rescues, and activities going on all weekend long since Friday. So this is day 3.
The event also raises awareness for the nonprofit organizations that are looking to find dogs and cats a home after being abused or abandoned.
It's like a win-win situation, right? So when you adopt a cat, I mean, Pet Value, and I think all pet stores should be doing this. I mean, because it's business for them. People have to buy the litter, the food, the pans, the toys.
If you're interested in adopting, visit fortheloveofpaws.com. From MediaPlex News Now, I'm Christina Shamani.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here every Tuesday night of the summer, but this is our last one for the school year. I'm your host, Ryan Jones, and you've been watching MediaPlex News Now.
MediaPlex News Now is a production of the St. Clair College Journalism Program.